Welcome back everyone to a bonus episode of Kitty Love Way to Look for Love. We're going to go through the normal end for Kyosuke Kawahara as promised. It's also the last episode of Kitty Love, so I guess after this we'll take a look at our album and yes, just reminisce and probably rank all the boys that we did. Alright, well, I did go through the game as promised, and yeah, went through Kyosuke's path again. If you choose enough of the wrong answers, you don't have to, like, sometimes if you pick most of the right answers, you can just get a happy end anyway. You don't have to do perfect, but yeah, I just picked every wrong answer I could to get the normal ending. So we start off from here. Let's see how much different Kyosuke's normal end is compared to the happy end. Probably not going to be a huge confession. While we were moving with the car, there was a call from Club Viola. We thought it was about Mr. Kazuya, so he looked nervous. Alright, I'll go back. Mr. Kawahara finished the call and looked upset. Are you alright? Huh? Yeah, I think. It was about different things. I have to go back. Huh. Well, the last time did you get a call and just ignore it? For the sake of Honoka? We went back towards the club and he went inside. What's going on? He's taking a long time. It took roughly 20 minutes. I was waiting to tell him about my feelings, and I've been nervous for a while. He told me to wait, but I got out of the car and slowly went towards the club. Have you ever been to this alleyway during the day? It looks very dirty. And no one is taking out the trash. I heard a noise from the back door. What is it? Who do you like more, me or her? This is supposed to be Saya. It's not Kazuya. I forgot Saya's voice. This has to be Saya, I'm guessing. What is it? Who do you like me? Like more, me or her? What? Why do you say that like she's nothing to do with you? There is. You're gonna choose her instead. Is there anything going on? I took my hands off from the door and looked at the back door. There was a girl going towards a guy. The guy is Mr. Kawahara, and the girl, I couldn't see her. The girl is asking whether Mr. Kawahara likes her or me. Oh, this is like the typical host club drama that I would expect, actually. It looks like a drama. Are they always like this? Mr. Kazuya said he's used to it. I didn't know anything about it and I went to step forward and kicked a stone. When I said something, Mr. Kawahara and the girl looked at me at once. You. I told you to wait in the car. Oh, it's just girl one. Not even Saya. I guess Saya had kind of they kind of wrapped up Saya's, like, conflict in, like, the earlier chapters, I guess. So that's the girl. She came out and looked at me. Then she laughed scornfully. Loser. What? Then she kept on going. Later, B. Alright. I mean, you seem like the loser. For just... You're freaking trying to go after a host club member who's not even interested in you that way. Well, if you want a girl like that, then of course you wouldn't look at a girl like me. It's a turnoff. I didn't know you were this low. I'm glad I found this out before I went out with you. Honoka, punch the bee. I don't mind getting fooled, but I didn't want him to be fooled. I went towards the girl. I had to make her apologize to Mr. Kawahara at least. That's enough. I doesn't want to see a cat fight here. The moment I realized that, he was hugging me from behind. I felt his warmth. When I thought about that, it made me excited. Oh, so are we gonna do it right in front of this girl here? We have an audience. I forgot about my anger immediately. Then Mr. Kawahara told me it's okay. You don't have to do that. I know you got angry at her because of me. That's enough. Thank you. His gentle voice and the warmth is something I felt when I was a cat. I took his hand and placed my hand in his. The girl who was leaving saw us and was stomping back to us. Uh-oh. Then she pulled our hands apart and slapped Mr. Kawahara. Who does that? No hand holding. Are you the principal of like a Catholic school? She's Umbridge. Wow. Ugh. She was stomping even more than before and left. I was shocked and looked at Mr. Kawahara. He was touching around his lips. Ouch. I've got a cut in my mouth. Huh? Oh, it's bleeding. It hurts, doesn't it? Oh, your cheek has a cut too. That girl probably had rings on. Some people just deserve to get stomped, and that girl definitely deserves to get stomped for her shitty behavior. She's delusional though. She thinks she's in the right, but I don't like people who act like that, who act all like delinquent toddlers. Oh, maybe her ring hit his cheek. His cheek has the line of a scratch. Like I was right about that. I could guess. I remember, oh god, like my boyfriend he got mad one day because he let his mom borrow his car, and when he got it back, there was like a huge scratch on the windshield, and it was like, he looked at it and he realized that his mom probably tried to rub something off the windshield, and like, she has like rings stuck to her fingers, so just left a huge scratch on there. But yeah, rings can be like weapons. They're like delicate brass knuckles. I didn't know. Yikes. I've got work tonight. I can't have a scar on my face. Let's take care of your cut. Is there a first aid kit? I pulled his hand back to the staff room. Can't you treat me more gently? I'm trying my best here. I'm almost done. I continued treating him while he was complaining. It was only a light scratch, so it looks like I can clean his scratch and put on some medical cream. I treated him and tidied up the first aid kit. He talked to me. Thank you. You're welcome. And thank you for stopping me. I know you probably would have got slapped, Honoka. I didn't do anything much. Then Mr. Kawahara looked away. The other side of his cheek was turning a little red. I haven't slept last night after the performance. After the wrap-up party, I went back home, but I was too excited and... He smiled innocently and talked. Yeah, the concert went really well. It was amazing. Oh, I'm so happy you told me. I think I'll become your fan. I hope it's the truth, but I'm happy. Mr. Kawahara was smiling at me softly. I was having a great time at the concert. I really like singing. I forgot about it. It's really stupid, right? But you made me realize. I'm going to continue working as a host, but I'm going to continue singing. I'll call you again, so can you please come? I nodded immediately. Of course! I love his songs. It makes me happy that I can listen to his music and his voice. After I replied, we had a bit of silence. I was pressured to talk and it made me nervous. But of course, I'm way too nervous, so I can't find the right words. How did I normally talk to him? I was getting confused. Mr. Kawahara looked troubled, but he started talking. I noticed something. What did you notice? I've been thinking about you all the time. Huh? I'm in love with you. It was straightforward. I'm in love with you too. When I answered, his cheeks were blushing. Mr. Kawahara? It was refreshing, so I was looking at him for a while. Then he looked sharply. Don't look at me. Even if he says that, he looked adorable, even when he looked upset. I suddenly remembered about something. About the transformation. You know, the cat? It sounds unbelievable, but... Then I told him about the cat. About the black cat I met in the park and how I was cursed to become a cat. In order to break the curse, I have to have true love's kiss. You said you're in love, right? Oh, yeah. Why? Then there's no problem. Then he brought his hand to the back of my head and brought my head closer. Then our lips touched. I didn't have time to think, or to think soft or warm. What? I felt like my face was getting hotter and dizzy. Then I heard a voice echo in my head. The curse has been broken. Huh? No picture of the kiss? That's it? Is that voice... When I was going to ask, the voice was gone and his face was moving further away. How was it? Mr. Kawahara's face was blushing and I smiled. I think I'll be alright. I won't be a cat anymore. I see. Good. So it was worth kissing me. He was acting the same as usual, but he was definitely being shy because his cheeks were blushing and he couldn't look at me. What is it? Is it that weird? I'm sorry. I didn't laugh at you. I was just happy. There's so many parts that I don't know about Mr. Kawahara, and I got to see that. And I'll be able to know more from now on. I just wanted him to understand my happiness, so I sat next to him and leaned on him. What is it? Thank you very much for breaking the curse. Huh? Oh, sure. You're welcome. He was still blushing. After a little while, we left the staff room. Oh, there's a lot. When I looked forward, there was a light in the hall. Others came for work. I should let them know, too. They were worried about us anyway. And so, there won't be anyone approaching. When we walked towards the hall, I remembered something. Mr. Kazuya knows about the cat. The curse is gone. I don't know how he feels about me. I was wondering a little and went inside the hall. What? What is this? Huh. We get to see the other hosts! Finally! Although we can't see any of their eyes. Huh, this is unusual. This is very very unique. I was not expecting this. Congrats! Huh, what? I heard the exploding sound and I jumped. I don't know any of those voices. Is there something we expected? There's no bet for this one. Yeah, I agree on that one. Gotta make a toast, don't we? Of course, it'll be on you, Kyo. All of his colleagues started to talk. They were curious about whether we were going to be in a relationship or not. Were you guys peeping on us? You guys peeping on the kiss. What? What are you guys doing here? Why is it on me? That was cute. Mr. Kawahara blushed and talked to others. Oh, Kazuya's not happy. There was Mr. Kazuya, who wasn't joining in and looked away. When our eyes matched, he started smiling at me and coming closer. Get away. What? I'm not gonna apologize on hitting you. Well, congratulations. He didn't even listen to Mr. Kawahara and started talking to me. Thank you. I didn't know what he wanted to do, so I only nodded. I couldn't say much or remember, but I guess he needed to be like this because of the club or his character, or the others. He started to smile at me and said, I'm not giving up on you. I'll take you away from Kyo someday. Well, try me. If you want, I can do it now. Don't! No! No! His smile changed to a pressuring glare. Mr. Kawahara smiled and talked provocative. Hey, what are you two doing? Don't do something to break this happy moment. Yeah, they look good together. Kazuya, accept that. Yeah, there's so many ladies coming up to you, so don't try to take other people's girls. There's so many hosts coming to stop Mr. Kazuya. He sighed after a while. Yeah, Mr. Steal Your Girl, you can't do this. Stop it. But as far as I know, I don't think he's given up. This is like the only path where someone has legitimately tried to compete for Honoka's affection. Like, all the other paths have been pretty straightforward with who the guy is just trying to convey feelings to that guy. If I was thinking too much, that's okay. When I looked at Mr. Kazuya, he had a bitter smile and came closer to me. If you look at me like that, I won't be able to give up on you. Right. I took a couple steps back. I thought if we should be apart or not, but I wanted to ask him. Mr. Kazuya, about my condition. It was about the curse. I'm not gonna be a cat anymore, and I didn't want Mr. Kazuya to know about that. So I had to check. Depending on his answer, I have to think. Condition? Is there anything wrong? But he looked surprised. I don't know what he's thinking, but I think he really doesn't know. Is this... I thought about it for a minute and I realized something. He forgot that I turned into a cat. Huh. Interesting. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's because the curse is broken and it became like nothing happened. If I think of it now, I was able to meet someone I love because I turned into a cat. So many things happened, but I guess it was good that I became a cat. So Mr. Kazuya is like super interested in us, but he's never gonna be sure why. He's only... Huh, that's kind of weird. That feels like there'd be like a big gap in his mind. Because he mainly got interested in Honoka because she turned into a cat in front of him. But, like, after that, it was just because he wanted to steal her from Kyosuke because he hates Kyosuke. I feel like that would just be horrible on his psyche, I think. Well, I went back to Mr. Kawahara, who was surrounded by colleagues, as I thought this inside my heart. That's it, alright. That was interesting. I feel like... I feel like a lot of these... Like, most of these normal endings that we see so far, like all of them put together, 4 out of 5 of them were not really normal endings. 4 out of 5 of them were just like happy endings. They were just like, normal ending was still a happy end, but like the happy end was kind of set in like a situation where it was like a distant future. So I feel like the normal end happens first, and like the happy end is just the inevitable future that'll happen. Like, oh, Kyosuke's gonna like be in a band, so like that's gonna happen, of course, in like the few months in the future. So the only normal end that felt like a bad end was Mr. Saijo's. So like overall there weren't really any bad endings except for Mr. Saijo. Interesting. I really like Kyosuke's endings, both of them, because like, yeah, they kind of all encompassed like his drama as a host and like his dreams and aspirations of becoming a musician. So, anywho, let's take a look at our album. Sorry if might be some spoilers here if you haven't watched the other dudes, but yeah, let's go back, reminisce. You can see all the pictures here. Finally got all of them saved in our album. So, I don't know, so far, yeah, Takuma was #1 for a while, for, like, the paths, but I feel like Kyosuke kind of stole first place. I know it's, like, it's probably mostly because, his path is freshest in my mind, so, like, but, like, there's so much drama and things happening that, like, it felt really good and it was interesting, and, like, his path was really long. I feel like his chapters were, like, probably the longest out of all the guys. So I feel like Kyosuke's #1. Takuma's close second, just because, like, his path is, like, overall just very sweet, and then there was, like, the drama at the end where he rescued us. But yeah, it was all happy here. 3rd place. It's kind of hard. I'd actually put probably Narumi Saijo in the middle. Because even though I didn't really like the ending for Saijo, still the twist at the end of Saijo's route was still really good. And like the twist at the beginning, because when you realize who he is. Yeah, so I think Saijo's kind of in the middle for me here. It's pretty hard for the last ones here. #4, I want to put Shogo Fujimoto because he was really sweet, but his path is really short, and I feel like the whole thing was just him being sweet. There weren't really any other conflicts with him. So, even though I think Kohei Natsumi's nature was totally trash, we did get a lot of backstory, and, like, we got more conflict in his path. Prescius. Man, also, that's a thing in Kyosuke's thing. He had so many typos, but I'm not gonna, like, dock him points for that. Like, just because he was, like, really good overall. If it wasn't for the typos, Kyosuke would be perfect. Yeah, Kyohei, even though his nature is completely trash, there was a lot of backstory in his, and, like, there was conflict and stuff to keep your interest. I did not like the happy end. I feel like things just moved too fast in the happy end. I like the normal end better for Kohei. But I'll have to put Kohei at #4, and Shogo, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to put you at #5. Because you were too short. You were just too short. Like, everything was too short for you. So yeah, Shogo's last. I'm sorry. He was sweet, but that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, that's all the paths of Kitty Love. I hope you guys like it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to comment, like, if you watched all the paths, put your ranking of the boys, who was your favorite. Maybe you have some other visual novels or dating sims that you might want to recommend. I think I am gonna probably do more dating sims, even though I know, these aren't that popular on my channel. I think I just enjoy doing it. It's a nice, like, switch between, like, other games that I'm playing, so it feels nice to go back and forth with these. With, like, a regular game and then a visual novel. Yeah. Definitely, if you like this, look forward to other visual novels or dating sims in the future. I have a lot on my Switch. I'm absolute trash. I keep buying more visual novels on my Switch every time they go on sale. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good time here watching Kitty Love. I really liked it. It felt like a really good starter visual novel. It was visually appealing. The plot was simple. There aren't any, like, very confusing mechanics. Like, I don't know, like, there wasn't that, like, stat raising. There wasn't any of that you see in, like, dating sims. So yeah, it's a very good, sweet, like, starter visual novel. And yeah, someone actually brought to my attention that there is actually an animated movie called Whiskers Away. I think it's on Netflix, but it's an anime movie that pretty much has the same plot as Kitty Love. There's a girl who turns into a cat and, like, gets to know this boy and, like, pretty much has the same problem where she's kind of morphing into the personality of the cat and, like, losing her humanity. I really want to watch that now because it's gonna remind me of Kitty Love. So I can't wait to actually watch that animated movie. So yeah, anyway, I guess I'll wrap things up. I hope you guys had a good, fun time watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.